call to order the April 14th, 2026 work session board meeting of the Wayne County Board of Education. At this time, I will lead us in the prayer and the Pledge of Allegiance. Please stand. Dear Heavenly Father, I thank you for this time that we can come together, Lord, and make decisions. I pray, dear God, that we will do your will and make the right decisions, Lord, in all that we do and all that we say. Bless this meeting and keep us all safe. In Jesus' name, amen. Pledge allegiance
to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Do I have a motion to adopt the agenda as presented?
Second.
I have a motion and a second. Any discussion? Please call the vote.
Mrs. Mosley?
Yes, ma'am.
Mr. Wise?
Yes, ma'am.
Ms. Daniel?
Yes, ma'am.
Mr. Harris?
Yes, ma'am.
Do I have a motion to approve the minutes for the March 24th, 2026 monthly board meeting as presented?
So moved.
Second.
I have a motion and a second. Any discussion? Please call the vote.
Mrs. Mosley?
Yes, ma'am.
Mr. Wise?
Yes, ma'am.
Ms. Daniel?
Yes, ma'am.
Mr. Harris?
Yes, ma'am.
We'll now move to our items of business, discussion, and information.
Our first item on the agenda is capital outlay projects. I'm going to give you a quick update, and then we do have a little piece of business to take care of. The ROTC facility, they are now roofing, working on the overhead electrical and duct work for the AC. Athletic facility, they're working on the load-bearing walls. The bar joists will be done in 2 weeks. And the ag facility, they have finished the foundation block. They're pouring the pads and roughing in the plumbing. So I think Mr. Wise rode by and looked at some of those this afternoon, and I'm really, really pleased with the progress on that. We're also working on some state contract pricing for the weight equipment to go in the weight room. And Dr. McDaniel and Coach McDonald and Coach Roberts will be leading that. So they'll tell me what kind of weight equipment we need. They know a lot more about that than I do. So
What's
we
their cap
met
on
on that today.
What's their cap on that? Do you know, ma'am?
The weight equipment and flooring will be around $500,000, which is a lot less than what the architect had anticipated we would spend on that. It's owner purchased. It's not part of the contract.
Right, but you're saying the flooring and the weight equipment is $500,000?
Yes, sir. The state contract pricing.
What are we buying, a flex boat? Because weight equipment's kind of expensive.
This is what Pope Construction
Okay.
pulled together for us.
Okay.
And
From previous schools? Okay, that's fine.
yes, sir.
Thank you, ma'am.
In order to close out the projects for the 2 middle school roofs, the board has to approve a certificate of resolution. You have a copy of that in your folder. This will allow us to receive the remaining state funds that go with those projects. We've submitted all of the other documentation required, and this is the last piece that's required. So we will need approval of that certificate tonight.
Do I have a motion to approve the Arthur
So moved.
Second.
I have a motion and a second. Any discussion? Please call the vote.
Mrs. Mosley?
Yes, ma'am.
Mr. Wise?
Yes, ma'am.
Ms. Daniel?
Yes, ma'am.
Mr. Harris?
Yes, ma'am.
We have Dr. Jana Collins here tonight to discuss strategic plan with us.
Thank you. All right, so I am going to share an update on priority 3.2, which is professional capacity. Specifically, our work is to increase our support for our aspiring leaders. And so this initiative focuses on building strong leadership pipelines within our Wayne County school system. So our goal in the strategic plan is that by 2028, at least 16 candidates will successfully complete our Aspiring Leaders program and be prepared to serve as effective instructional leaders within our system. So to support this goal, we identified and implemented a structured Aspiring Leaders program that's designed to grow leadership capacity within our organization. This year, we have 8 teacher leaders who are participating in the program. These individuals meet monthly with a consultant who engages them in focused conversations and professional learning around key leadership areas such as courageous conversations, scheduling, supervision, discipline, meeting the needs of both students and staff, all the many things that our administrators and leaders currently do in our schools. We complete surveys with those teacher leaders, and so our survey data shows that the teacher leaders who are participating feel that these sessions have helped them reflect on unique experiences as a teacher leader, as well as looking at situations from a different perspective, being able to have those open conversations with people who work in different grade levels or may have different experiences, and then also reflect on their priorities and how they may want to grow as a leader. In addition to working with aspiring leaders, our consultant also supports our school leadership teams and administrative teams with a more targeted focus on our new principals. And these sessions are tailored to the specific needs of each school and each leader, which allows for more meaningful and relevant support. We're already seeing a strong impact from this work, so this is our third year working with this consultant and having this program in place. This school year, many of our newly filled administrative and instructional support positions were filled with individuals who had previously been a part of aspiring leaders. This tells us that we're successfully building that internal capacity as well as preparing our staff to step into those roles. Moving forward, we'll continue to provide the monthly developmental opportunities, expand the leadership experiences for participants at the school level, as well as monitor the effectiveness of the program as we work towards that overall goal for 2028. Do y'all have any questions about this initiative? All right. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Collins. We have Ms. Ellen McDaniel, our Director of School Nutrition, and she is going to discuss school nutrition adult meal prices.
Thank you. So I am here tonight on behalf of Wayne County School Nutrition to let you know, or basically inform you, that we do have an administrative review next school year. It's something we go through every 5 years as a program. And as a part of that review, they will come in and make sure that we are in compliance with our adult meal prices. And at this time, Wayne County's, we're not in compliance. We do need to go up. We've been at $1.75 for breakfast and $4 for lunch. Again, these are adult meal prices because our students all eat for free since 2018. So we've all felt the increase in food prices since 2018. So I propose that breakfast go to $3, lunch go to $5. Like I said, they haven't increased since 2018. It's more of just an informational item and discussion. And do y'all have any questions for me on that?
If you go up to these prices, Dr. McDaniel, does that cover all your needs that you will meet? I'm assuming if we go to 3 and 5, does that give you the leeway you need to make everything correct and cover what you
For
need?
our review, yes. We'll be in
Okay.
compliance for review purposes. Yes, sir.
What determines the compliance and?
So basically, as I mentioned, Wayne County's we have community eligibility provisions. So since we are a non-pricing district, all of our students are able to eat at no cost. Whatever the free reimbursement rate is for breakfast and lunch is what they suggest you move into for your adult meal price. So right now, we get $2.94 back for every breakfast served to a student. So instead of doing $2.94, we're saying just go to $3. And then we get $4.71 back for each lunch, and so we're just rounding it to $5, just for ease of math and with cashiers and things like that. So, and we did look at other districts in our ESA district, and if we go to the 3 and the 5, then we are certainly right in line where everyone else is.
And how often does this review come up?
Every 5 years.
Every 5 years?
So there'll be other things I'm coming to you about on coming up, wellness and things like that, that we'll have to get in line for that. So it'll be fun times.
I don't think too many people gonna complain because we have very good meals at our schools, so.
We do, and that's something I'm just following on the tail end of, and I appreciate all the work Dr. Trapnell and Samantha Thornton have done. They have built a wonderful program, and I feel blessed to be part of that whole group, so thank you for the opportunity.
You can't eat anywhere else for $5
You
for
cannot.
lunch, so,
No.
Any other questions?
thank you.
Thank you.
For what
Thank
you
you.
do.
You have a question?
Do you have a question?
Thank you for
Oh,
what you do.
thank y'all.
Our next item on the agenda is financial management, and we have Dr. Kimberly Harrison. She's going to give a quick update on our FY '27 budget, and then I'm going to add a couple of things that are not on the agenda that I just discovered late yesterday, so.
All right, so just a continuation of the budget preparation that we are doing so far. So if you'll pull up the PowerPoint, Ms. Gray. The first page, or the first slide in the PowerPoint, is just a recap of what we've done. The TRS is going up. We already had the health insurance going up. We are really close to finalizing our department budgets, but I'm really happy to report that our school budgets are finalized, and they're in our Smart Fusion accounting software. And then I just wanted to give you a recap of all the approved proposed increases, and that is about approximately $442,000 there. Okay, and so we'll go on to the next part.
Just name it for, so the
Yeah,
people can
sure.
hear it, so my buddy's gonna
So,
say who's included.
yes, ma'am.
Thanks.
So we worked really hard on identifying these particular groups for increases for FY '27. It'll be our parapros, our migrant support specialists, our truancy officers, bus drivers, our sped secretary, Title I pre-K secretary, our MTSS secretary, and our speech Medicaid billing secretary.
And we have a 5-year plan to look at all of our classified staff to do a little work on their salaries. So we just can't afford to do it all in 1 year.
But from last meeting to this meeting, the schools have finalized their budget, so they've been able to allocate their instructional materials budget, their school admin, media, custodial, and their professional learning development budgets. And so they were given allotments based on FTE, and we worked really close together, reviewing what they had spent already this year and taking in consideration their needs for next year, and we have budgeted those accordingly. And so we are very close to finalizing our department budgets as well. Most of those are complete and in Smart Fusion now, but there's a few that we're still working with, estimating revenues and expecting expenditures. And so those hopefully will be finalized by the end of this week. And we're still following the current legislation. We're still finalizing personnel, and we are hand-touching every person in the system as far as their budget profile to make sure that the salaries are budgeted accordingly and correctly, down from their salary to their benefits.
So we
That's
should
just a
probably
manual.
have some real numbers for you probably in May
Yes.
to start looking at. We have to have the budget adopted by June 30th by law.
Yeah.
Do we have anything written in for, I'm looking at the MTSS secretary, Title Pre-K, SPED secretary. What about our athletic secretary? What about our bookkeepers and all
They
the
got
other-
those last year. Some
They
of
got
those
them
got
last
those
year?
last
Some
year.
of 'em, but
Some
not
of
all?
them, not all of them, yes, sir.
So when are we
The
go-
school level clerical staff did last year.
As well as the 12-month clerical at the high school,
Right.
and then our computer operators as well.
Mhm. Yes, sir, those have been addressed already.
Okay, I guess where I was confused at, y'all can correct me, you said some, when are we gonna incorporate the rest being?
We have a 5-year plan.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Okay, thank you, I got you now.
Mhm.
I thought the 5-year plan was only for the people that was on this budget.
No, it's all of our
No, no.
classified
Okay.
employees. Yes, sir.
All right, thank you, ma'am, I appreciate you.
We would love to address everybody all at once, but we have to prioritize and take care of those through a rollout process.
Isn't there something coming down the pipe with the federal government, state of Georgia, with, that may impact our, revenue?
There's some property tax legislation. Is that what you're referring to? Yes, ma'am, there is.
They hadn't finalized anything on that,
I
have
think
they?
it's on the governor's desk now.
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
The budget was approved with him, but he's got to sign it. Is that
Yeah,
correct?
those have changed and they've combined and it's been a process, but the proposal is, that we cannot increase our property tax revenue more than 3% in 1 year without voter approval. It'll have to be put on a referendum and an election will have to be held, and we will be responsible for
And we
paying
have to pay for the
for that
election.
election,
Right,
so.
which we haven't had a problem.
But that's gonna lead into the topic that I was gonna discuss that was not on the agenda because I just got the phone call yesterday. The tax assessor called me and told me that the tax notices may be later this year than usual, that the state, thank you, Dr. Harrison,
Okay,
I'm
thank you.
sorry.
sorry.
Thank you.
Thank you.
The state is changing the notice of assessment, so they're waiting on the template from them. And our county is also in the middle of a revaluation of all of our property. And after a lengthy discussion with her, that's taken a good bit longer than they anticipated. So there is a July 1st deadline for them to get the assessments out to the property owners, and they're gonna target that as their deadline. I'm not sure what the repercussions are if they don't meet that deadline, but it's possible that there'll be a little bit of a delay in receiving some of our property tax revenue. You know, we typically get a pretty big check from them in November and December and January, so it may be a little bit later than usual, but she called me yesterday to inform me of that, so.
But we still have to have our budget approved in June.
We still have to have our budget approved by June
Even though we don't know
30th,
what we're gonna
right, right. So, we won't be able to see the tax digest until, of course, the property owners have 45 days to appeal the values, and then they send out the notices. So there could be a delay in that. Of course, we will estimate our revenue based on this year's digest. That's all we really have to go on right now. So that's kind of throwing a dart at a dartboard with a blindfold on a little bit. So, especially with what's going on in Wayne County right now with the revaluation.
So, do you think that, is it possible that, we've never done it before, it's possible that we get an extension on, our budget so that we can ensure that it's as accurate as possible, or?
Well, our
could we go
budget will
back
be,
and
We'd have
our
to go ahead.
budget will be accurate, I mean, as far as the expenditures, yes,
Okay.
ma'am, but we do have the option to do budget amendments,
Okay.
after it's adopted, so.
That's what we.
And
probably
the,
should, I guess.
the tax digest is gonna increase from this revaluation, so I'm not worried about that revenue. So, the thing that we'll just have to be mindful of is if the rollback rate exceeds the 3% increase, you know, we may have to deal with that, but, again, we're waiting on the final details on that bill to see when it's effective and, you know.
So, am I correct that they did pass last year, that we could roll the millage rate back below the 14% without penalty? 14 mills without penalty?
They changed it to 10 mills,
10
yes,
mills,
ma'am.
that's what I was-
Mhm.
I thought, but I was.
Without losing our equalization funding,
Right.
yes, ma'am,
Okay.
yep, so.
But the new thing that's on the desk for the governor to sign now, it won't take place this year. It would have to take
No,
place
sir, it'll
next year,
be the
correct?
following year.
Okay.
I don't see any way that they can
I don't see how it
make
can
it
be.
effective now. Especially that July 1st is the deadline for assessments to go out.
Yeah.
So, that would put everybody in a bad situation, so.
Very bad.
Any other questions on that? Okay. That's all I have for financial management.
The Wayne County BOE will enter an executive session to discuss or deliberate upon the appointment, employment, compensation, hiring, disciplinary action or dismissal or periodic evaluation or rating of a public officer or employee, or to interview applicants for the position of the superintendent as described in OCGA 50-14-3. Other matters considered or discussed may include negotiations, land, real estate, appeals, school safety plans, and legal matters. Do I have a motion to enter into executive session?
So move, second.
Have a motion and a second. Any discussion? Please call the vote.
Mrs. Mosley?
Yes, ma'am.
Mr. Wise?
Yes, ma'am.
Ms. Daniel?
Do I have a motion to enter back into open session?
Second.
Have a motion and a second. Any discussion? Please call the vote.
Mrs. Mosley?
Yes, ma'am.
Mr. Wise?
Yes, ma'am.
Ms. Daniel?
Yes, ma'am.
Mr. Harris?
Yes, ma'am.
Personnel recommendations for April 14th, 2026. Certified recommendations, Aubrey Daniels, Martha Ross Smith Elementary. Danielle King, Martha Ross Smith Elementary. Alexis Rebollo, James E. Bacon Elementary. Certified transfer, Jessica Chambliss from Martha Ross Smith Elementary to Scriven Elementary. Samantha Hughes from Martha Puckett Middle School to Arthur Williams Middle School. Shelley Hires from Jessup Elementary to Arthur Williams Middle School. Cynthia Oliver from Jessup Elementary to Odom Elementary. Kylie Womack from Martha Ross Smith to Martha Puckett. Christy Wood from Martha Ross Smith AP to Arthur Williams Middle School AP. Certified resignations, Deborah Anderson, Wayne County High School, 49%. Amy Broadhurst, Scriven Elementary, retirement. Jonathan Henderson, Martha Puckett Middle School. Benjamin McReady, Wayne County High School. Hannah Music, Jessup Elementary. Classified transfer, James Neesmith from Arthur Williams Middle School computer operator to Wayne County High School technology specialist. Classified resignation, Maddie Luton Amrani, Jessup Elementary. Sharnita Moore, Jessup Elementary School Food Services. Do I have a motion to approve the personnel recommendations list as presented?
So moved.
Second.
Have a motion and a second. Any discussion? Please call the vote.
Mrs. Mosley?
Yes, ma'am.
Mr. Wise?
Yes, ma'am.
Ms. Daniel?
Yes, ma'am.
Mr. Harris?
Yes, ma'am.
Mr. Harris?
Glad to see Miss Daniels back with us.
Thank you. Thank you.
Been 8 years we've been sitting beside each other.
Yes, we have. Yes,
So
we have.
anyway, glad you're back.
Thank
and-
you. Glad to be back.
And we have a lot of people in our system that are dealing with illnesses, so I'd like to pray for those people. But anyway, Go Jackets. I'll take Mr. Yarber, since he's at work and can't be here. Go Jackets, and hope that the Yellow Jackets won today, baseball.
Ms. Daniel?
Well, I want to say something to our parents first. And, I asked you all about GMAS, however you want to say it, when it was coming up here in Wayne County. And I just want parents to know that, hey, please, please, make sure that your children are in attendance at school every day, especially coming up to this. This is a very, very important time. The whole school year is very important, but attendance makes a difference. They can't learn if they're not there at school. So please make sure that our kids are there so that they can be encouraged. You encourage them at home, we encourage them here. It takes a village, and we're all part of that village. I also want to thank everybody, especially my colleagues here, for the thoughts and prayers that you all have rendered me throughout this journey that I'm having. Everything is going well, and so I just want you to continue to pray for me as I continue through this. But I really, really appreciate everything that you all have done to make this as easy as possible.
Mr. Wise?
First of all, good to see you back as always. I'm glad that the prayers are being answered, and I continue to pray for you. I also like to thank everybody in our school system. It's a thankless job. Our administrators, our school teachers, our bus drivers, our food service, our secretaries, you name it, every employee we got in the school system works hard for our children. And at the end of the day, that's the goal, is our kids, to give them something in life they can be successful for. So I commend everybody, I commend this board for some hard decisions that we have to make. And we're often scrutinized about being the bad people, but we do our best. And so congratulations to everybody. I wish you the best.
Ms. Daniel, glad to see you here. I was so surprised when you walked in. I was glad to see you. You look great.
The only person knew was Nicole.
She kept the secret well,
did
so good for
hard.
her. Good job, Nicole.
I'm glad to have you back too, and I'm thankful that you didn't have a lot of sickness from your treatments. That was a blessing, and that was an answer to prayer as well. So we are glad to have you back.
There being no further business, I declare this meeting adjourned.